Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in this film we're going from Coral Bay Strip all the way to Paphos Harbour. So first of all, let's have the map up, and we're starting at the top of the map going along the strip, as you can see there. Then we're going to come down the coast road, and when we get to the Kasonaga Junction we're going to stick to the right and carry on to Lemba and Cloaca, to the Tomb of the Kings roundabout and Paphos Mall roundabout, and from there we're going to go to the harbour itself. Okay, so first things first, that's Coral Bay Beach we're passing on the right. In my last drone footage someone said that wasn't Coral Bay Beach, but I think they were getting it confused with Coralia Beach. And if you're getting the bus from Paphos to 615, Coral Bay Beach is the stop before the last one being Coralia Beach. So if you're getting off at the last bus stop, you're not going to Coral Bay Beach, you're going to Coralia Beach. Okay, glad we cleared that one up. Now we're coming up the hill to the strip itself, and we'll be able to see what that's looking like now. You should be able to recall that it's been renovated over the last few months, and now it does look stunning. And speaking of renovations, the old Crown Resort Horizons, which is up here on the left in a minute, that has also been renovated and is now Cali Resort and Spa. Going past Second Cup, and now we're hitting the renovated area. Oh, this is a typical tourist getting stuck behind a bus here. I gently just ignored him and went past him. I can remember being a timid tourist. No shame in being cautious though. Right, so this is the strip, and doesn't it look nice? And Lecanta is now open again, as I said in the last film. That looks fantastic. A few temporary bollards that have reappeared there. Someone's probably run into some of the others. The thing about those temporary bollards is the locals have worked out that they're temporary and easy to drive over now, so they're losing their impact. This is especially true near the Mews area in Old Town. But this is the strip itself. The road looks fairly black now. Now that all the dust has been removed. And so that's that, and now we come to the roundabout and we're hitting the main coast road. If you turn left here, you'll be going up to Paya. Now at some point in the next year or two, that roundabout and that turning are going to be upgraded in a similar fashion to the Coral Bay Strip itself. I don't mean it's going to have all the tars and all that on it, but they're going to do it up. So in a couple of years' time, who knows what it will look like. Right, up here is the turning to Akorsos and Adonis Baths, if you're going to try that route. And on the right you had the Linear Park, which we featured in a walk. I need to do another one soon actually. I did a walking tour of that a while ago though. It's very nice. Right, as this is a fairly long stretch of road, rather than cut it out, I'll keep the footage in, but I'll use it as to plug our various ways you can support us. First of all, if you like our films, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to us and hit that notifications bell and share the film far and wide, because the more people who see it, the more ad revenue we get from YouTube and the more they promote us, basically. That works out really well. Also, go on to Facebook if you use Facebook and find our Paphos Live page and become a follower of that, or like it, because I mean we got nearly 70,000 followers now, so we must be doing something right. And there's also the Paphos Chat Facebook group you can join, and the newly formed Cyprus Chat Facebook group for conversations over the whole of Cyprus. And also, if you want to help us out financially, go to our buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Live page and chuck us a few coffees, all gratefully received. And you can even get something back by going to etsy.com/shop/Paphos Life and perusing the various items that we've put on there, there's print on demand stuff, like there's calendars, phone covers, all sorts on there. So have a look on there and you can help us out, but you'll also get something back in return, a nice memento of Paphos or a nice present. Okay, that's all that out of the way, and in good time too, because we're just coming up to a very nice viewpoint next to CU Beach Bar and Potimer Bay Beach. This is a good spot to come to see the sunset, this. And it's fairly late in the afternoon. You can tell that from the position of the sun and also the low level of lighting in the film. So that's the CU Beach Bar itself, which is very popular with tourists, and there's a big car park there as well. There's also a blooming great sign up warning you about not swimming there because it's dangerous. But the sign's been up for ages, and in recent years a lifeguard station has appeared. So basically, as long as the lifeguard is on duty, then Kisonaga turning on the left there as long as the lifeguard is on duty, then you're more likely to be okay swimming there. The issue they have there is riptides, basically. That's the issue they have along the whole of the Paphos coast, wherever you see those signs. In the past especially, there have been a fair number of deaths because of it, so don't take it lightly. Right, now we're coming into Kisonaga. There's numerous hotels and villas rentable on the right, and there's a lovely coast path that runs through Kisonaga. In an upcoming film, I've actually done the walk from Sandy Bay to Kisonaga, well, as far as I could get. Don't want to give away any spoilers though, so look out for that. But to enjoy Kisonaga Coast Path fully, you just want to come to Kisonaga itself, and I'll show you where the turning is for it in a tick. And just park in there and do it. It's a lovely little walk though. Some beautiful scenery. It's there on the right if you want to get to a coast path. And there's a car park, and the road itself goes right into a hotel. But if you park on the left where the little car park is, the coast path is right in front of you. And on the right here you'll have Vardas Beach and Vardas Beach Restaurant. It's not the biggest beach in the world, but it's very pretty. And the restaurant is nice, I've been told. Never eaten there. And after that there are a few villas on the right. I believe the villas are rentable. But beyond that it gets to a very rocky area. You can just see here. More villas being built as well. There's banana plantations on the left. A few cairns in there as well. And piles of stone. And on the other side of that flagpole you can see is Sandy Bay Beach. That's another beach that has those big signs out there. There's also a lifeguard station there as well. There's a wedding venue there as well, I seem to remember. Yeah, turn right there for Sandy Bay Beach. Now in Lemba, briefly, because that soon becomes Cloaca. There's Helios Hotel on the right. And the ever popular Baracus Beach Bar will be coming too as well on the right. And the Asla Hotel. I will do in the fullness of time a definitive guide to this stretch that lists all the hotels, like I did with the hotel strip. and in that I'll list all the hotels properly and include lots of photos, etc. But in this film, especially because it was late in the day, so the lighting's not the best, I'm just going to show you the ride. Well, you've got St George's Beach on the right there, and St George's Chapel and St George's Beach Hotel, which is very nice. And St George's Beach Monument if you want to be complete. And you can walk from there all the way to Paphos on the coast path now. And it's a lovely walk. I mean, there's one bit before Venus Beach, which is a bit rustic still, hasn't had the full concrete treatment. But apart from that, it's easily navigable. It's interesting seeing the difference in landscape types that you get within Paphos, actually, because it's very flat here. But if you turn left and went up the hill to Sada, from there to Polis, there's hills and valleys all over the place. A lovely contrast. It does mean that if you want to cycle from Paphos to Polis, you're going to have your work cut out though. I'm always impressed when I see cyclists doing that. I mean, anyone can cycle along here, but going from here to Polis, that's a different story. It's still quite countrified out here as well. It's amazing to think what it might look like in, say, 20, 30 years' time here, though. Will it all be built on? I mean, the problem with that idea, well, other than you don't want them building everywhere, is where will they get the water from? Because until they sort out more or greater water supply from more reservoirs or desalination plants, they're going to increasingly run out of water. This is an issue for the people who live in places like Paya at the moment. It's continuously being cut off there. So I do hope they bear that in mind when they keep building. There's the Everfon Hotel on the right. Now we're coming to the outskirts of Paphos itself. I mean, some of these half-built buildings have been half-built for like over a decade. I presume the bank must own them now. Here's the gateway to Paphos, one of them. So now we're officially in Paphos, and there's the start of the bypass of the Tomb of the Kings Road. And I had confirmation about this giraffe head you can see on the right that used to be on the left. It's to do with a kindergarten that's moved. So I wasn't going crazy. Well, I am going crazy, but not because of that. I mean, let's face it, who isn't going crazy in this day and age? Alright, on the right, I think it was there, is the turning for Capital Coast. Well, if you take that turning, obviously from the other direction, because this is a dual carriageway, and then take a first left, you'll be in the car park for Venus Beach, and that's the Venus Beach Hotel you can see on the right now. And after the Venus Beach, you come to Tomb of the Kings itself, which is on the right again. And when it's a bit cooler, I'll be doing a film of that as well. I've been round it a couple of times in the last year, but I haven't bothered filming or photographing it yet because I've always been with guests. And I didn't want to turn their visit into a photo shoot. So this is the Tomb of the Kings roundabout we're coming up to. And if you ever want Paphos Football Club memorabilia, by the way, their shop is on the corner of the Tomb of the Kings roundabout. You'll see it in a minute. And it has a little statue outside it. They're obviously riding high at the moment after winning the Cypriot Cup. I'm trying to avoid talking about football though, because in previous films I've demonstrated my lack of knowledge. I don't want to dig a even bigger hole for myself, though I have to say my team did win 4-1 last time. Not that I had anything to do with that. So this is a restaurant area now. We had the Elysium on the right back there and the Kephalos Beach Hotel. Someone left a comment actually, admittedly it was in Russian but I translated it. It was saying if you highlighted the 3-star hotels you get more views. Easier said than done basically. If you know a place that you like or are interested in though, then just pop a comment somewhere and I will then see if I can find it and see what route it goes on. I don't deliberately go out of my way just to drive past posh hotels. I just go on routes that I think people will want to see. I am more than happy to highlight all levels of hotels though. Right, we're just coming up to Kings Avenue Mall, home of the ever popular Jumbo and many other shops besides, but most people go on about Jumbo. I think if my daughter was doing this, she'd go on about Tiger. I'm trying to work out what shop I would rave most about in there. I do like Public though, but that's boring saying, oh, it's got Public. Anyway, here's Tomb of the Kings, not Tomb of the Kings roundabout, Kings Avenue Mall roundabout, that is. And we'll be turning right here to head for the seafront and harbour, going under the Paphos walkway. There's people on it. You can see they're doing a sensible thing. They're not going on it in the middle of the day. They're going on it towards the end of the day. I have to say, the last film I did of the seafront, showing the street festival, which is still going on by the way. I mean, when will I be publishing this? I'll probably publish this on Saturday. So if you go down to the seafront Saturday evening, there's a party at Bania, which is the restaurant at the Municipal Baths End, featuring all the street performers that you've been here for last week. So that should be a good laugh. And the festival itself closes on Sunday, so a couple of days left of it still by the time you see this film. I'll have to publish this Saturday midday then really, won't I? Yeah, that would make more sense. Which will also mean that the drone footage I normally publish on the middle of the day, I'll publish in the evening. There you go, that's my business plan. On the left you've got St. Paul's Pillar and St. Paul's Church. It's not actually called St. Paul's Church, but if I said that I think people will know what I mean. And now we're coming to a new car park. They've had issues with car parks around Paphos. They made this new numbering system, but I've noticed that a lot of the numbers have faded. Whether someone's going around just scrubbing them or not, I don't know, but that can be an issue. But here it's all free anyway at the harbour, which is good. And long may that continue. Because from the small amount of revenue they generate, it generates a lot more in goodwill, I think. But here's the glorious seafront itself. The sun's fairly low, so apologies for the poor lighting. Well, the lighting's very good, there's lots of it, but that's the problem, there's too much light in this instance. And we'll finish there, so I'll say thank you very much for watching. Check out our links in the Etsy shop if you can. It'd be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you in the next film. Cheers!